Yeah, that'll work for now. We'll try. We're just playing. Just playing. Not as good as you guys are. All right.
Give me just a little heads up before it's go time.
Okay. You ready?
I guess.
All right. You'll be okay. Just talk. So talk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Just be relaxed. It's all right. You'll be totally fine. I'll do the entertaining. I'll make you walk on water. And I'll do all that. Don't you worry about nothing. We'll have fun. Okay. Thanks for coming and doing this. I've been trying for 2 years to get you turkeys in here.
It was a cool experience.
All right, here we go. Let me go in here. Quit moving around. Gotta get Drew on there. Stay right there. Okay. Ready? Ready? Welcome back to the show. In case you've just joined us, this is Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, and you're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM, 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, owner and president of Real Estate Rescue Realty, serving the entire Treasure Valley from Mount Home to Ontario. Always want to include the beautiful Jordan Valley, as well as all of the communities in between. Hey, thanks for joining me on an amazing weekend. This is it, folks. The holiday weekend. It's finally here. Fall's here. I've been praying it would get here. It's here. Now, it's still warm and beautiful. Have fun with the family. Enjoy the weekend. It's a special time. If you're out running around, make sure you have sunscreen. Watch out for the animals. If you're around the water, please be careful. I know I say this, it's kind of silly. Make sure you have floaties and keep an eye on everybody. Have some fun, barbecues, family, friends. Just enjoy the time. And I'm blessed to be here with you. Hey, we have a special guest. I've been trying to get him on for a while. Some of you who listen to the show know that we highlight small businesses here in the Valley. And I'm trying to get these guys on. They actually make guns. They make rifles. It's kind of fun. It's an interesting topic. We're here in Idaho. I have the owner of Alterra Arms with me, Drew Foster, and we're going to talk a little bit about why Alterra Arms. What is that? That's A-L-L-T-E-R-A-R-R-A. Excuse me. A-L-L-T-E-R-R-A. Alterra Arms. Let's have Drew on. Let's talk for a few minutes about why would I go to Alterra Arms? What do they do differently? And how much fun can we have getting involved here? Drew, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Greg.
You betcha. Hey, you know, Drew, we were talking off air. I'm a customer. I had a great time. What an amazing experience. You know, folks, to be able to get to watch where they actually manufacture and make the guns, what an amazing education. What an amazing experience. Drew, kind of share with us a little bit. You know, I know we don't have a whole lot of time, a few minutes here. What caused you to do this? What separates you from everybody else?
Yeah, so we basically, in the beginning, there was kind of a dichotomy between really accurate guns that are like competition guns, and then there was hunting guns that weren't very accurate. So basically, napkin table drawing, figured out a way to what made one more accurate than the other, and then we came up with a design that allowed hunting guns to be very accurate. And so now we have 4 patents and manufacturing facility, and we basically build everything in-house to be able to kind of control the final product, and we now make the most accurate, reliable firearms in the market.
You know, I know I have lots of friends who've worked with you and worked for you guys and marketed the guns and had the experiences and the differences. You know, some of our listeners might be saying, well, Drew, aren't all guns the same? They have a bullet, they have a barrel, they have an action. Don't they all shoot the same?
No, there's definitely some major differences. Some guns are made to shoot fast, some guns are made to be accurate, and some guns are made to be very reliable. So we basically wanted to bridge the gap and make a gun that was very accurate and that was very reliable on the same platform, because you need all those things in hunting situations.
So we have a few minutes. We don't have a lot of time, but Drew, I wanted to introduce this. If people want to learn more, you guys are doing something that's getting to be more popular. That YouTube, I'll call it that YouTube thing, right? You guys have a YouTube channel. I watched a couple of the videos. I was amazed at how you're able to share the detail, what goes on with the makings of the guns, what's the difference. You were testing some barrels and testing some of your products versus others. It was very, very informational. Can you talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, YouTube's been a good platform for us, especially since you can actually physically show some of the differences in our technology. As far as the differences, I think the video you're talking about is like the differences in barrels. There's carbon fiber wrap barrels and there's steel barrels, and we basically did a YouTube video that kind of showed the heat dissipation differences and the actual stiffness between the carbon fiber barrels and steel barrels.
It's interesting, most of us think that a barrel doesn't move when the bullet goes through. And I've seen the wavy.
Yeah, they move a lot.
It's kind of interesting. So, if people are interested, how can they look up Altera Arms, see some of the videos, see what you guys are doing, and get a little more involved and learn a little bit more about what you're creating here?
Yeah, so people can go to our website, www.alteraarms.com. They can find us on YouTube, Altera Arms, Instagram, @AlteraArms.
Okay, and Altera, again, is A-L-L-T as in Tom, E-R-R-A, Altera Arms. And if I wanted to have a gun made, let's say I wanted to come see you guys or order one, what kind of time am I looking at? What kind of time frames for waiting?
It depends on the time of year, but right now we're 3 months, roughly 2 to 3 months.
60 to 90 days.
But we always have stuff in stock. We always have rifle models in stock for those people that have a hunt coming up or a competition coming up and they need something to.
So you have things
right
that you
now.
have guns in stock.
Yeah.
So, but you also will custom make guns for
Yep.
people. Okay. Now, type of guns. Are there, we have the AR platform type guns. You're hunting. Are you mainly hunting? Are you calibers? What's available for folks?
Yeah, we primarily make hunting rifles. We make occasional like competition or long range target rifles. Again, primarily hunting rifles. So most of our customers are climbing mountains with these things, going on like hunts of a lifetime, really expensive hunts. And they want to make sure that they have the absolute best equipment so that's not going to fail them. So most of our guns are ultralight, and a lot of carbon fiber. We make all the carbon fiber stocks. Anything we can do, skeletonize some of the steel parts just to get the weight out of there where it's not critical, and just make them as light, as reliable, strong, and accurate as possible.
One of the things I was most impressed with when I got to come in, I got to meet Todd and meet the crew you have there, great folks. And I got a tour of the facility. And they were showing me some of the gentlemen that were working on those machines. And forgive me for my ignorance, Drew, I don't know one of the machines from another, but they were going crazy. The water was in there, and machines were working steel. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And, folks, they make the gun right there. They're not ordering parts. I think the barrels come in, right? You bring barrels in, or you still making barrels?
To some extent, yeah.
Okay. But the gun's made there. And that was impressive. I appreciated that. And your guys' willingness to be open, give us a tour, show us around, show us what you're doing, and allow us to be a part of the process. I just thought was amazing. I remember getting to pick the colors and the design on the stock. You would never think that. And you guys were very helpful. Great. What do you want here? What color and what design? It was a little almost overwhelming to be able to be so involved in a process like that. When for my whole life we never got to do that. These were never conversations.
Yeah, most rifles, you go down to your box store and you choose something, and it's a kind of one size fits all. And maybe you choose your caliber, and there might be one where you can choose one color or different, maybe stainless or chromoly or something, blued. We, for the most part, will size the gun. Again, we're shooting for performance here, so if the gun doesn't fit you, you're not going to be able to shoot as well. So we want to make sure it fits you right. We want to make sure, got different models, so make sure the grip feels right, so that way you can do your job behind the gun. And again, choose your colors and caliber. So there are some options there.
So folks, this is a custom situation, a unique opportunity for you to be getting a little more involved in the process, make an investment in a gun, a tool, a weapon. You pick your choice. A lot of you know that I get to go out in my escapes, to go out in the sagebrush, and yeah, I take my guns and stuff, but my excitement is having my peanut butter sandwich and getting to see the beautiful country and get a little bit of peace and and quiet and time with myself and just enjoy our beautiful state of Idaho. So if you're inclined, if there's something that might be of interest to you, they do a great job on the YouTube. Wow, folks, this fantastic job. They will allow you to come in, do a tour. This is a custom situation for you to make an investment, get really involved in the process, and make it a little bit more fun, kind of be a part of it and own it a little more, like Drew was talking about, versus just, one size fits all box. If we go to the box stores and get the rifle, is it a little less? Yes. But this process, the equipment is designed to last longer, function more effectively, and be more of a long-lasting part of what you're doing. Does that sound all right to say, Drew?
Yeah, it's definitely an investment.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
they're, you buy once, you cry once, versus, sometimes you might buy something a little bit cheaper and you might throw it away and have to buy a couple more of them to finally find one.
Well, I bought things cheaper and cried too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand that. I appreciate that. Folks, we have our special guest here. We have Drew with Altera Arms, and it's Drew Foster. He's the owner of Altera Arms. I want to encourage you to get on YouTube, give them a try, take a look, see what you like. You can reach them. What's the best way to reach you guys?
Most people call us, so probably 208-608-5179.
So 208-608-5179. Again, 208-608-5179. That's Altera Arms. We've had Drew Foster with us. Drew, thanks for taking time to come in, visit with us, and share your adventure and how you're making a difference in people's lives. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Greg.
You betcha. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. It's Greg Ferrera. Don't you dare go away. We're going to talk about the housing market, statistics, and what's going on here in the 8th inning in real estate here in the Treasure Valley. We'll be right back. Good job. Love
Was that good?
Beautiful. Yes. You did good.
I didn't feel like there's too many ums. I was trying
That's okay. Well, you evaluate yourself harder than you were fine. We can do this again down the road. If you guys have a promo or something you want to do, or if you just want to do it for this.
Yeah,
Todd, you know what I'm saying? If you just want to use it, you want to use pieces of it on your YouTube channel. I don't know. You guys use whatever you want.
Yeah. No,
I'm
this,
happy to help you.
this is awesome.
This,
I was even thinking for your own deal, like you're putting this on your website.
yes.
This could be a podcast too.
Well,
And you can
yeah.
even run your own podcast.
So he's setting up, we have a YouTube channel. So my guy that runs this now downloads these onto the channel. So I do a channel for real estate agents and professionals in real estate, an educational deal, and then I do this for the general population.
Gotcha.
But there's many ways we can do this. I can rent the room. We can come in here and do some recording. If there's something special you guys wanted to do to talk about, you have your own venue, but this is kind of cool to be able to utilize.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, if you guys want to do
Been on a lot of podcasts, but never radio before. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just think about it. You'll get in the car. Go, oh, I should have said this.
Yeah.
I should have said that. Todd will bring something up. So make notes or something. We can do it over the holidays. We could do this a different time.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a problem. I've been trying to get you in to have a little fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thanks for just being awesome. Really appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
this is
awesome, man.
You
Cool
guys get a chance
experience. I've
today.
never even been in a radio
It's
studio.
kind of fun.
It's,
Yeah,
it's official, that's for sure.
It's an adventure. Yeah. Sometimes I have Kevin Miller sitting right here, and it's quite the deal. All right, that was. Welcome back to the show. In case you've just joined us, this is Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. You're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, owner and president of Real Estate Rescue Realty. As I always say, serving the Treasure Valley from Mount Home to Ontario. Always want to include the beautiful Jordan Valley, as well as all of the communities in between. Hey, thanks for joining me on a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Yes, folks, I keep saying this. We had a little rain during the week. Now we got some sunshine. Rain might come and go a little bit. Have some beautiful weather. Summer's not done yet, but it's at the back end. Kind of like real estate, right? We're in the 8th inning. We're getting towards the back end of the selling season. But before I go into that, I don't want to forget to mention one of our amazing sponsors, All for You Electrical. Jez and his team do a fantastic job. Many of us are fairly capable of taking care of our homes. Some better than others, right? Use that word DIY. Around my house, that can be a little dangerous. It can be a challenge for many folks. Minor repairs around our homes are pretty common. But when it comes to the electrical things, that's a whole new ballgame. Please don't get shocked. Don't endanger your family or yourself. And for all types of services, home and business, estimates, consultations, always free. Please give Jez a call. He does a great job. Shows up on time. He is polite, kind, and very thorough. His number, 208-794-7431. Again, 208-794-7431. He and his team at All For You Electrical will take great care of you and your family, and you can reach us all at realestaterescueidaho.com. That's the website. Don't be afraid. Go take a peek. You can reach us, fill out that form at realestaterescueidaho.com, and you can call me the old school way, 208-559-0590. That's 559-0590. Okay, we just had a special guest on, and we were talking, it was with Altera Arms, Drew Foster. We had a great time. He had a lot to share. If you're interested, they do one of those YouTube channels. I've been working on that also. You can check it out. Real Estate Rescue with Greg Ferrera. You can see my face for radio. We're having a little fun. Just trying something new, teaching the old dog a new trick. We're trying it. You can tune in, kind of get some laughs. We're working on it. It'll get better as we get into 2026. But you can go to YouTube, Altera Arms. It's ALLTERRA. You can see Drew and his crew, and they talk about some amazing things they're doing, what separates them from the competition, and they're right here in the Valley making your guns right there for you. So get a hold of them. And if you can't remember any of that, and you just want to get in touch, you reach out to me, realestaterescueidaho.com. Okay, let's get into it, Greg. What are we doing? Let's talk about the stats. Everybody's interested. You keep talking about the 8th inning, Greg. Let's pay attention to what's happening right here in the Valley. Now, there's 18, our criteria. Let's not skip that. If you're new to the show, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage or more, half-acre or smaller on the lot. Again, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage or more, and half-acre or smaller on the lot. Now, in Ada County, there were 1,905 total active listings. Average list price, don't shoot the messenger, $769,000, almost $770. Average list price here in Ada County, Idaho, in September 2025. Wow. Average days on the market, 64, a little over 2 months. That number is creeping up just a little, and I suspect it's going to get a little bit bigger as we move into fall and into winter and then into the new year. Now let's break this down as we always do with new construction. There were 973 new construction homes listed for sale as of this week. Average list price, $746. And I looked up a stat. Hey, Greg, what's the average start price of a new construction home in Ada County? It was $367,000. Wow. Interesting, right? Especially at 6.5 or 7%. Now, some of these builders are getting creative, working with you with concessions, interest rate buy downs. They're helping. That's kind of what's been keeping the market going, not only here across the country, as some of the new construction folks are getting creative. So there's some opportunities. So let's break this down a little bit. And I always say, don't you dare go into those subdivisions without calling me, because the flags and the free lunch and free hot dogs and ice cream and all that stuff, that's all fun, but those folks work for the builder. I work for you. So let me know if I can help you. realestaterescueidaho.com. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. There's 3 statuses in new construction. There's to be built. There was 107. Those aren't built yet, right? Under construction, common sense, hammer, nails, 306 of those. And the one I've been watching, new, never occupied. We're well over 500 this week. We've been dabbling around that 500 mark, 475, 480. We're at 540. Folks, this is the biggest it's been since I've been keeping track of this. New, never occupied. That means homes completed, finished in the new construction world. There was 540 this week. If you want some help negotiating a great opportunity in a brand new home, please reach out to me. realestaterescueidaho.com. That's easy. Or you can call me. That's easy. I take your calls. 208-559-0590. That's 208-559-0590. All right, let's go to the solds. 6 $167,000 was the average sold price since August, first part of August. So what you have is average list price for new construction, $746. Average sold price, $667. What do we got there? 70, 80 grand, somewhere in there? $70,000, $80,000 lower. So it'll be interesting to watch this trend as we move through the holidays and into the new year. Not sure what the administration's going to do. A lot of pressure to get those interest rates down. I think if they can do that, that's going to spur the market on again. But we'll see what happens. That remains to be seen. All right, let's go to resale here in Ada County. As of this week, 932 resale homes available. Average list price, $793. Oh, we're almost at that 800 mark. I'm not so sure that's going to work. We'll see. Vacant. Of the 932 homes, 392 of those were vacant, folks. Wow, that's a bunch. Almost 400 out of 900, right? So that's a bunch. Not quite half, but I think there's a lot of vacant homes were not being marked vacant. A lot of homes available. That means the sellers, especially as we're getting into what I call the 8th inning, the 9th inning, especially if we get past trick or treat in November, December, you're going to see a lot of motivated sellers willing to work with you as a buyer to help you get into your next new home. Now, average sold price, $677, a little over $100,000 less as of August 1st. Now let's move right next door into beautiful Canyon County. Total active homes were 924. Ada County, had 1,905. That's the highest we've seen so far this past year. 1,905. We were around the 1,800, 1,825 mark. We jumped up to over 1,900. And then in Canyon County, 924. That's the highest we've had there. Average list price in Canyon County across the board is $530,000. Days on the market, 61. Just over 2 months is the average time on the market. We'll break this down. New construction. Average, they had 550 homes, averaging 537,000. Starting price in the new construction was $344,000. In beautiful Canyon County, as of this week, we'll break this down also. To be built, there were 66 homes under construction, 163, and new never occupied, 312. So between Ada County and Canyon County, folks, we have 852 new construction homes sitting, waiting to be called your next home. That's shocking, folks. That's a lot of homes sitting, waiting. Builders are motivated. Let me know if you'd like some help. Let's take advantage of the opportunities. Am I doing this for 30 years? Experience matters. Let's help you get involved in the process. It's exciting to get a brand new home. You let me know. 208-559-0590. It's 208-559-0590. Or realestaterescue.idaho.com. Okay, get into the resale. In beautiful Canyon County, there are 374 homes for sale, resale in Canyon County. Average list price, $519. Vacant, 142 of the 347 were vacant. And the sold price, $440. So the average list price, $519. Average sold price, $440 as of August 1st. So folks, that is the trends as we're shifting through the market. We're going to have different sets of buyers. Most buyers with kids getting into school. Most of them have already moved. So now we have folks who have the flexibility. They have the freedom to make their purchase and make their sale at their own time. We're going to wait a little bit to see what happens. Are interest rates going to drop? I think they probably will. I just don't know when. Will the interest rate drop make a difference if you have a seller right now who's willing to work with you, be flexible and be creative? Maybe do a buy down for you right now that would be the same as the interest rate we get when they drop the rates, when the government drops the rates. Who knows? And by the time the government gets it figured out, it could be Christmas. It might be past the time you could move. So we got some great opportunities. Let me know. It's September, just getting there. And there's some opportunities. Remember, we have a 30-day window. After we get involved, usually it takes 30 days to go through the process so we can get our keys and get moved. That clock's ticking. And we're moving quickly into fall and into the holiday season, especially when we look at real estate and we look ahead on that 30-day window. So if you want some help, let me know. I'm going to take a minute. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about sellers. If you're sitting right now and it's crickets, a lot of things are going on. The market is kind of, I'm not going to say it's come to a halt, but it's slowed down. I think there's a lot of factors, but we can still be creative, flexible, pay attention to details, and make some fun things happen. All right. Hey, let's take a quick commercial break. You are tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. It's Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. And I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, owner and president of Real Estate Rescue Realty. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about some strategies towards the end of the show here, right after the break, how we can navigate getting moved before the holidays. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back. Folks, thanks for joining me here on the show. This is Greg Ferrera, your host. Appreciate you being here with me, whether it's Saturday morning at 10 or Sunday afternoon at 5. We're here for you. Real Estate Rescue is designed to help you. If you want some help buying a home, selling a home, taking advantage. I've been doing this since 1995. Yeah, that makes me the old guy running around, but you know, experience matters. I understand how to help save you money and avoid some of the challenges that come up in this process. So let me know if you'd like some help. Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com. That's the website. Real easy. Lots of people go to it. Nobody bites. We want to help you. Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com. Or you can call me that old school way, 208-559-0590. It's 208-559-0590. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back to the show. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. In case you just joined us, this is Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, and you're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. And folks, thanks for joining me. It is a fantastic holiday weekend. Wow, Labor Day 2025. It's a long weekend. Hope you're enjoying the weather, family and friends, maybe just a little escape. If you're out there in the water, maybe floating the Boise River, doing something fun, please be extra careful. Watch out for each other. I always say pay attention when you're in those parking lots and it's warm. Watch for animals and kids. Make sure nobody got trapped and caught somewhere and somebody made a mistake. No uh-ohs. Remember, watch out for each other. We live in Idaho. It is an extra special place. All right, let's get back to the show. Folks, you know, I call this the eighth inning, the bottom of the eighth. We can joke the fourth quarter in football. I use sports analogies because it's kind of fun. I've been doing this since 1995. Come on, work with me. I got to have a little fun. The markets are always changing, and I say that, and I go, I want to get rid of saying that it's always changing. What's happening? Well, folks, we had historically low interest rates, right? Some of us love that. I was talking on the show here not too long ago, a couple of years back. You could refinance your home, pay off your credit cards, pay off your cars, pay off your school loans, refinance your loan, drop your house payment, pay everything off. Wow. Lots of people did that. What a gift at the time, right? Well, now some people are feeling trapped. They have that 2% or 2.5% or 3% interest. They have a low payment. They actually need to move. I refer to the real estate business a lot as the life transition business, meaning people don't just wake up and say, I want to move for fun. They're moving because there's a major life transition going on for them, and they need to get moved. It can be a challenge. So when that's going on, that's not always fun. So today, we have to make a move, right? We have a 3% interest rate. We have a $900 a month mortgage payment. Wow, we're in heaven. But we have to move. We're going to have a 6.5% mortgage rate on our next mortgage on our new home. And our new home is going to be twice as much as the one we own because prices went up. Our payment could double or triple depending on the situation. So some people are actually feeling trapped in the middle of all this. So I'm seeing some trends. I shared the stats with you. So there's a lot going on. I want to share with sellers. We've had some adjustments in the market. I'm not going to say crickets, but I could, I guess. It's gotten quiet for a lot of people. A lot of buyers are just kind of sitting back and watching. They're still looking. I'm telling you, we were talking to Kara Curry earlier, First Colony Mortgage. She's our sponsor, and she's got buyers that are approved. I have buyers, I probably have 24 of them right now. They're looking, they're watching, but they're not jumping. They're waiting to see what happens. They want to see if the prices are going to go down because they're doing their homework, right? Buyers want to pay top dollar. No, Greg, buyers want a good deal. I'm just kidding, hoping you're paying attention here on a beautiful holiday weekend, Labor Day, right here in the Treasure Valley, KIDO Talk Radio. That's a little plug for the show. Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. I'm just hoping you're awake in here. You're awake. I'm having some fun. Buyers want to pay extra. No, they don't. Buyers want a deal. That's like sellers, right? They don't want top dollar. They want to give the houses away so the buyers feel good about the purchase. Nope. Sellers want top dollar. So I have sellers right now, and I've been talking with people. They still think it's 2022. You know, our market peaked right there in the summer of 2022. Statistically, it peaked. Now, that doesn't mean you still can't sell your home for top dollar. You can, but the markets are shifting. Interest rates are where they are. Prices are there, and people are paying a little more attention about what they're wanting to do. So I say, if you're a seller right now, pay attention. Buyers, most of them will agree. We might need to make a little price adjustment. That's a price correction. Use the words of drop the price a little. You need to do it strategically so it gets a buyer's attention. So, and I've also been talking about this for years. I teach classes on this in the Valley. If we're listed at $495,000, and we drop the price to $490, folks, that's not generally going to work. The buyer's just going to kind of roll their eyes and go, well, we'll wait till they get a little more aggressive. I would say you got to go at least $25,000 low, and in many cases it's going to have to be $50,000. I know a seller doesn't want to hear that. I get it. I understand. Honesty's tough sometimes, but 30 years of doing this, do you want to get sold or do you want to stay for sale? Because that can be exhausting. If you have your home up, you have a sign in the ground, lockbox at the front door, and occasionally people are coming, and you always kind of have to be ready to show the home, right? Pick up after the kids, get the animals out, vacuum, pick up pillows, maybe you got clean clothes on a pile on the couch, whatever. It's just life. But then you have to get ready. It's stressful to have your home for sale, let alone keeping it presentable on the outside, right? That lawn, unless you figured something out, it doesn't stop growing. It has to be mowed. The weeds, those weeds. Boy, last weekend I heard about the weeds at my house. They just pop up out of nowhere. How'd you get there? What in the world? But we got to stay on top of that because it can be exhausting along with being for sale. And then what can happen is we're emotionally involved in many cases about where we want to go. It might be across the street, across the valley, might be across the country. I'm helping several people right now, and they're moving across the country. That has a whole nother set of stressors involved with it. But what can happen if we're sitting here and we need to sell first is, we don't have any offers. And the home we wanted to buy, it sold. Somebody else came along and bought it. And so a lot of times right now, sellers don't want to entertain contingent offers. And those are buyers who have to sell their home to buy. Have dealt with a few of those lately. And a lot of sellers, some are getting desperate. All right, well, that might be an opportunity for us as long as they can sell their house. Well, they're trying to sell their home in the same market you are. So they have to be priced very aggressively. I'm going to say you have to be the best deal with the comparable homes like yours in the general area. Now, general area, Greg, what does that mean? That's a great question. We're here in Idaho in the Treasure Valley. Does a general area mean our subdivision? Do we have an elite exclusive subdivision where the comps matter? Or does a buyer look at a home in Caldwell and then drive over to Nampa? Then maybe they drive up to Middleton and maybe they go over to Star and then maybe they go down to Cuna, all over the valley. It can be a challenge. Different places have different, people are assessing things differently. Is the person moving here? Do they have a job? Are they going to commute? Does the commute matter? Are they retired? Are their kids going to school? So many variables. That's why you have to be on top of this thing. I say experience matters. You know, folks, we came out of a time frame where the homes just sold because they had an address in Idaho. Well, okay, that may still happen a little bit, but it's not like it was. That's kind of come to a halt. The stats will show that to you. We have a ton of homes sitting vacant. Even if it's paid off, we have property taxes and the yard has to be taken care of, and we got to keep the lights on, even when we're showing the home. So it can be stressful. So my value here, the show, we're set up to be able to help you. Experience matters. I've said that 1,000 times. Why do we help people? Because they want to get moved. There are a lot of little things we can do. Every situation is different, and the value of experience, helping you to understand what can happen, whether it's setting your home up for sale, details, cleaning your home, home inspections, appraisals, any of those kind of things, along with logistics of making an offer can be tricky, especially today. So if you want some help, please let me know. I've been doing this since 1995. It is a passion. The show's a commitment. We love this. Love being able to help you. Nothing more fun than getting to meet with you, see your homes, and help you make these transitions. Yeah, sometimes it's sad to see you sell your home and move out of town. We've said goodbye to a lot of great people this year, but also hello to some fantastic people who've gotten moved around and moved in from out of town. So if you want some help, as always, please let me know. realestaterescueidaho.com. That's the website. Lots of people come to it. There's a form there you can fill out if you want some help. Some folks did that this past week. It's really easy to do. Get a hold of you. I'll help you, and we'll get you moved through the process. See if we can create some opportunities for you. Again, that's realestaterescueidaho.com. And if you say, Greg, I don't have a computer, I'm not techie, I don't want to get online, I just want to call you and talk to you, that's fine too. 208-559-0590. Again, 208-559-0590. We're here for you. You let me know. Hey, folks, as always, here at Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, we believe in old school principles, the power of the personal connection, where a handshake, a phone call, and your words still matter. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy the holiday weekend, but have a fantastic week. Don't forget to join me next Saturday at 10 or Sunday at 5 for more great tips and strategies to navigate the real estate market here in the beautiful Treasure Valley. Until then, be safe out there and enjoy our beautiful state of Idaho.